It's Nolan. Now, before we get started, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing it on your respective platforms. Let somebody know what we're doing today. Now, let's get into the show.
Yeah, lot of controversy that do not disturb me. Got dreams of a million, you cannot defer me. Got a ring on my finger, I retired my jersey. Fuck, nigga, y'all suck like the plot of Kirby. I'm him. All black on the scene, doing me high. No, I got the game covered like knee highs. I be killing all my foes like FIFA. Flows on kit like FIFA. Feel like EIO. Green on me like G.I. Joe. Hold my chest like a peacock glow. Southside nigga with an east side hoe. Hitting at the chicken number 3 combo. Type of nigga lead EB John Doe 3D Camp Creek on the creek zone 4 with a nigga play street. Living cheeks on the floor, can't speak no more. First verse in surgery, it's only me versus me. Nobody else hurting me. I burn niggas to the 3rd degree. Like Jazz O, nigga certainly. The best nigga that rap, I don't mean just virtually. These are the 4 just worker bees. I flex up like Hercules. I hit a nigga in the shit so hard that it hurt to sneeze. It's Nolan.
What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everybody's doing well out there today. In this video, we're going to be getting back into Megan Thee Stallion versus Milagro, okay? But in this case, it's not so much to do with Milagro, although all of this is surrounding her. This is actually circling back to Tory Lanez. Now, if y'all can remember, it was just a few months ago that Tory Lanez was subpoenaed to conduct a deposition, right? And in that deposition, they were trying to get Tory Lanez to speak on his relationship with Milagro. And I believe they wanted to try to clarify her relationship with his father, cash payments or money being sent to Milagro, those things. He was completely uncooperative, so uncooperative that he was actually released early from said deposition because he was actually disrespecting the person conducting it, the lawyer that was asking the questions, I believe Megan's lawyer. So now they've been having trouble rescheduling because although he may have thought that he got off because they let him leave early, they were supposed to reschedule it, have him reconduct it so that they could actually get through it and ask the questions that they needed. That was never actually brought to fruition. And now Megan Thee Stallion's legal team are petitioning to the court for them to either reschedule it so that they can handle the deposition properly or force Tory Lanez to also have to pay legal fees for wasting the people's time, her legal team's time. Now remember, it was just about a week or so ago, Milagro was ordered to pay up $5,000 within the next 30 days because she also had been wasting the court's time by not properly filing her, the things that she needed to put into the system for discovery. And she handed over her phone, but she had been deleting things out. She had been evading discovery. So she's been hit with fines. They now also want Tory Lanez to either have to show up and answer questions or he will be fined as well. If you don't remember that, let's just take a quick refresher on how that went. We're not going to get all into the weeds of it, just the base level of why things went the way they did. Now, you may not be able to see all the way up top because of my logo up there, but it says Mr. Peterson, that's Tory Lanez. He says, I just want to say on record that Miss Henderson's hair is distracting me. That would be Mary Henderson, one of Megan's lawyers, part of her legal team. To which she responded, okay, so I'm going to put on the record that at this point I am suspending the deposition because the witness is clearly evading my questions and is non-responsive, and we will be moving to compel this deposition with the court. So Mr. Peterson, this is not over, and we will see you another day, which I'm sure, I know you said that you have all the time in the world, so we will see you again for volume 2 of this deposition. Thank you. Okay. Tory says, change your hair next time. The videographer says, if we are going to suspend here, I need to get transcript and video orders. Tory Lanez jumps back in, says, just comb it at least. Will you comb it at least? All right. So he said he's sitting there antagonizing Mari Henderson and saying that her hair is distracting him. Okay. She follows up. Yes, I will be ordering this transcript and this video. Tory comes back, says, thank you so much. Just comb it. That's all I ask. Okay. He then says again, a comb, honeycomb. And then he continued to repeat a comb, telling her to comb her hair. Okay. So this is why the initial deposition didn't go well. We covered it on this channel, but I know time has passed. Nobody's sitting around thinking about this stuff. But this is being brought back to the courts. So here we are with Megan's most recent legal filing. Okay. And this is a notice of 90 days expiring. Okay. So they say, as required by Southern District of Florida, Local Rule 71B4, Plaintiff Megan Pete files this notice of 90 days expiring and states as follows. 1. Plaintiff Megan Pete filed her unopposed motion for order to show cause on April 16, 2025, ECF number 65. The motion sought an order to show cause why Daystar Peterson, that of course is Tory Lanez, should not be held in contempt, or in the alternative, the appointment of a special master to supervise the remainder, Mr. Peterson's deposition, to be paid for at his expense, among other things. So even if they do schedule another deposition, it would come out of his pocket for being unruly in the first. The next day, on April 17, 2025, the court entered the order to show cause why Daystar Peterson should not be held in contempt, which required Mr. Peterson to show cause why he should not be held in contempt of court for violating this court's order permitting his deposition. In that order, the court required plaintiff to serve Mr. Peterson with a copy of the order, and 2, Mr. Peterson to respond on or before April 30th, 2025. Plaintiff filed her certificate of service on April 18th, 2025, showing that Mr. Peterson had been served with her motion and the order on April 17th. Mr. Peterson failed to respond to the order. Accordingly, no reply was ever filed. The issue was then fully briefed once the deadline passed on April 30th, 2025, without a response from Mr. Peterson. So he's been uncooperative, hasn't responded, hasn't even let them know that he received anything. So no improvements have been made. Okay, they say no hearing has been scheduled or had on the matter. Accordingly, it has been 90 days since the court's order to show cause was fully briefed, requiring this notice to be filed pursuant to the local rules. Plaintiff respectfully requests that the court enter an order granting the relief requested in the original motion as follows. 1. An order sanctioning Mr. Peterson for his misconduct by requiring him to pay the fees of plaintiff's counsel time in taking volume 1 of his deposition, appoint a special master to supervise the remainder of Mr. Peterson's deposition to be paid for at his expense, and authorize as much additional time as necessary to take an effective deposition. Okay, so they want someone, I don't even know what a special master is, I'm not a legal professional, but they're going to have someone else to supervise his deposition. They want him to pay Megan for the time wasted, of her legal team. And he would have to finish his deposition out of pocket. Okay? And he would have to be available for as much additional time as necessary, meaning that he can't come in and be like, I don't have time. We're going to take as much time as we need. Okay? Or 2, hold a hearing on the matter at the court's earliest convenience, meaning that they would have to set up a hearing in court to discuss how this should be handled, right? I wouldn't be surprised. I really would hope that they don't have to hold a hearing on the matter. They should just go ahead and move forward with making that nigga pay. It's been 3 months. Anyway, that is the latest filing coming from Megan in this Milagro Grrrls saga. Now, if anybody is wondering why Tory Lanez was brought forth for a deposition to begin with, it's because, of course, Tory Lanez's dad had been funneling payments into Milagro's bank account, Cash App accounts. Okay? Not only that, but Tory's Unite the People, he's on the board with them. They represented her in the first part of this case. They have since dropped out and left her out to dry. They got tired of her bullshit too. Okay? Tory has become irresponsive to Milagro himself, so much so that she kind of disowned him and said, I will never speak out on behalf of another black man because it's not worth it. That's what Milagro had to say, right? So she was being used as a puppet, allegedly. Her time came to be brought and held accountable. Tory and his team, they tried to give her a little bit of a life raft. Once it was, shown that she was kind of swimming, because she kept doing fucking station heads, just ruining her own case. And all the station heads and things were just getting submitted to the courts. So then them motherfuckers got tired of her ass. So now she's trying to figure it out on her own. And she's already been charged $5,000. I'm quite sure they're going to want Tory to cough that up as well. We'll see how the judge rules on it, but just giving y'all updates, because these people been trying their hardest for years to play in this woman's face. And now that they're being held to the fire, they don't seem to like how it feels. Milagro has deleted a lot of communication through WhatsApp. Some people, including myself, do have the thought or the belief that some of those WhatsApp messages probably were going to Tory Lanez directly, being that he had access to an iPad in prison or jail. So I'm sure they were communicating at some point. Those messages were deleted. The entire app was deleted. She deleted over 20,000 text messages concerning Megan, or at least 20,000 messages that would possibly be of interest to Megan and her legal team. So she's been doing a lot of shady shit trying to cover her tracks. She's been evading giving up the login to her Discord, where her and her supporters have been convening and putting nasty things about Megan all throughout in the Discord. So she's doing her best not to have these things uncovered, in which she's either going to have to pay the money or be held in contempt of court, just as they're asking the same for Tory Lanez. Okay? Now, this isn't going to be a long video. Wasn't intending for it. So that's all I got for y'all on this. Let me know what y'all think down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share the video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, become an insider. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Much love and respect, y'all. Peace.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rag. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef for computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden, they tell me they proud of me. I been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. When I catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.